Valguero ARK Survival Ascended has 10 different artifacts, and in this quick video I will show you a complete guide with the most easy ways on how to find and collect all 10 artifacts. For each artifact I will have the timestamps in the pinned comment. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. I am currently in front of the snow cave on Valguero. And in this quick video I will show you how you can easily get the 2 artifacts inside this cave. So inside here you can find artifact of the Cunning and artifact of the Destroyer. I will quickly give you a very noticeable landmark how you can find this cave, and then I will also show you the map in just a moment. So if you turn around you can see the blue orb over there, and then just above this big lake with the pointy rock sticking out. Behind this you can find the cave. So, and for the location on the map we are at just about 16 lat, 28 longitude. And you might have guessed it already, we are actually going to use a pterodon inside. Yes, on officials you can fly inside. However, if you want to do this with a tame, you can just throw out a cryopod. One thing to keep in mind as well is you still need to be very careful of Perlovias. So Perlovias spawn here, so what you want to do is just fly up high. And I will show you the path leading down as well. So if you do this, you know, with a fighting tame, you can just still follow my route. So you want to go inside here. So simply fly down. And at the end of this, you can find already the first artifact. So jump off. So we got artifact of the Destroyer, very nice. Located at exactly 1327. Okay, moving on from here, we are going to return back. So on foot you can just use gap balls, however keep in mind this is a, if you fall down, you get destroyed, you know, so be very careful. So stay up high, and then we're going to follow this path down. So again, you can also do this with just a fighting tame. We are going to stay high so we do not get knocked off by Perlovias, because in your world they might be in a different location, of course. So once you are in this big open area, you want to go straight towards here. And as you can see, the artifact is there ready, but of course to grab it I recommend that you go here and fight your way out. So you're either going to use a shotgun just like so, or you're just going to throw out a tame, you know, to fight for you, right? After dealing with the tames, simply go to this location. This is artifact of the Cunning, located at exactly 15 lat, 25 longitude. Now, to easily find the exit, simply retrace my steps and you're done. Hello and welcome. In this quick video I will show you how you can easily find and collect artifact of the Skylord. So I will quickly show you how you can find this cave with a noticeable landmark, and then I will show you the map in just a moment. So if you go up from here, you see this very noticeable castle in the distance, and then to the left of it you have this big hole in the wall. So if you go all the way down here, this is the cave entrance, located at just about 78 lat, 90 longitude. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can fly inside. So just simply fly inside and take a right past the blue crystals and take a left. As you can see, you do have some caving creatures inside. But if you bring a flyer, you can just simply ignore them, you know. You do not have to fight them, even on officials. So, moving on from here, you want to fly towards the blue crystals. And this is the space that you are going to go down. So from here we need to go under the water. So this is a safe spot to place your PT. Well, it should be. Yeah, they cannot get up. Okay, moving on from this location, what you need to do is put on your scuba tank. Technically you do not need it. And now we're going to use a baryonyx. Baryonyx is a very strong tame and can swim fast underwater, so this is why we bring it. Pro tip, you want to type in this code for more visibility. Fog 0, and we are just going to ignore these tames, so simply swim down, right, and go towards these crystals. So we're going straight for the artifact, there's no need to fight anything. You could technically do this without a tame as well, but of course it would be a bit more risky, at least the underwater part. So at this point you want to go up. There might be some tames here as well. As you can see, there's a cycle following us, so I'm just quickly going to deal with that. Okay, after dealing with that, you can see there's also a drop here. I will quickly show you this. Some very good flag, very nice. Okay, moving on. From here, the artifact is already right over here. So I'll give you the exact coordinates. As you can see, artifact of the Skylord, located at exactly 8492. Now, to easily find the exit, simply retrace my steps and you're done. So we currently are in front of a cave where you can find artifact of the Crag. And inside this cave you can also find some amazing loot. So I will quickly give you a very noticeable landmark first, and I will also show you the map in just a moment. So what you want to look for is this big mountain. So you have the green up over there, and then you have this very noticeable mountain with the hole on the side. And just behind this you can find this hidden cave. Now, for location on the map, we are at just about at roughly 34 lat, 51 longitude. So this cave is very straightforward. You can fly inside with a flyer, yes, even on official servers. So simply fly inside, and then what you want to do is hug the wall to the left side. So of course there are some caving dinos, but we can ignore most of them, right? So hug the wall to the left side. Take your time, there's no need to rush it, so you do not get lost. So as you can see, we got spiders, bats, the usual suspects. But inside this cave you can also find amazing loot. So I will quickly give you some examples, because why not, right? It's not gonna take long to get the artifact anyway. So as you can see, very nice loot. And the quality is also extremely high. So if you move along here, just on the opposite side you can find a red gate. So be careful while jumping off. As you can see, wow, amazing flag blueprints. Just be careful that your PT is on passive, because as you can see there's some bats. But now I will show you the artifact. So there's even a drop there. So at the end of this cave you can find the artifact. Oh, be careful of the landing. So yeah, I had to redo this because apparently I'm a bit dumb. But if you land here, right, you have to be very careful. Place like so, so if you jump off, that you jump to this side, right? Because I fall down earlier. Now that you got the artifact of the Crag, you can just simply fly this way and hug the wall to the right side to find the exit. Hello and welcome. I am currently in front of the Lost Temple cave on Valguero, and inside this cave you can find two artifacts. Artifact of the Devourer and artifact of the Brute. So in this quick video I will show you how you can easily get them. First things first, I will give you a very noticeable landmark on how you can find this, and I will also show you the map in just a moment. So for this you have the green obelisk, and we are just above this big lake. If you turn around you will see a triple waterfall, and then you have these crystals. If you follow this you will find this hidden cave. So look for the next crystals. And for the location on the map we are at just about 47 lat, 87 longitude. Now you need to know where to find the button. If you turn around, the button will be hidden behind the trees. In your world, if you never done this, it will look like this, right? So it will be hidden. Once you open this, this will give access to the hidden cave. Now you could use a flyer, I think, but I will quickly show you what happens when you use a flyer. Well, nothing major, but you will be limited you know, I did not do anything. You will be dismounted at this location. Now, what we are going to use are these items, baryonyx and these soups. All of this will make sense in just a moment. So we're going to throw out our baryonyx. If you really wanted to, you can also use a Deinonychus, but you will see why we use a baryonyx. And I will have the spawn locations for the baryonyx on the screen as well. So first things first, you want to use the bug repellent on the inventory of the baryonyx. And you are going to use the bug repellent on your character, the cactus broth, and then the focal chili. Technically you don't need this, but this will make the cave much more easy. Okay, let's continue. So simply work your way down until you see the big hole. Then slow down and go from the left like this. So be very careful that you do not drop down because there are creatures there, electric eels. So the shortest way would be aiming for this crystal. If done correctly, you should have a lower drop. Jump off. You could use a parachute if this feels better for you. Try not to get stuck, but we can just Kepler our way out. This will just have more control over the fall, if that makes sense. You see the bats over there? Well, it's not that important, but if you can, why not, right? Jump down. And you want to hold your spacebar up high and go like this, because there can be eels in here, so you want to move on. So once you are here, open your map and you want to face the north side. There's no need to attack anything, so I will just continue. We have the soups, so the reason why we bring these soups is so the creatures do not really attack us, right? So you want to take the first left, so we can go right here, I believe. Oh no, it's not here yet, so we need to continue here and take the first left. So you just want to check the walls. So here we can go right and left. Take a left. And this cave is surprisingly confusing, so I highly recommend that you follow this along, because otherwise you get lost. So we should be getting very close now. So you see these bats. So again, we have these soups, so we do not have to attack anything. They will not aggro on us, and even if they do, just ignore them. They will lose aggro very fast. As you can see, here's the artifact. Artifact of the brute. Very nice. Exact coordinates on the screen right now. 48, 88. Now jump back on your baryonyx and turn around. So there can also be a drop in this water, but we are just going to, you know, get the artifact. So I believe there's a drop in the water if you're lucky, but yeah. Okay, let's continue. So we're going back the way we came, and what you want to do now is check the walls and go the first right. So we still have to go a little bit. So take it slow so you do not miss any. You need to jump here. So we can go right now. See, left, so take a right. And now we need to find a hidden wall. So the first right that we can, but we need to go back the way we drop down first. So this is the way we drop down, hook the wall to the right side, and then I believe it's here. Yeah. So this will be a hidden wall. In your world, you need to jump down and take out a pickaxe. Then you need to destroy this, but this does not come back. So in my world, it's already done. So the exact coordinates are on the map right now. 46, 90. Let's continue. As you can see, they can still come to you, but it barely will happen. Again, I'm going to ignore this. There's no need to fight with the soups. So now we're going for the other artifact, of course. So as you can see, the baryonyx can fit basically in this whole cave, at least for the most part. So once you see this, there's a lot of creatures in my world, you want to hook the wall to the left side. Simply hook the wall to the left side and continue. If done correctly, you see a little hole. So as you can see, this is a little bit of water. I will have it on the map right now. And you want to go inside here. So inside here, I think we have to cryo our baryonics. Yeah. So this is the final part, but we do not need the baryonics anymore. Well, technically we do, but so simply cryo the baryonics. And now continue. But this part is a bit glitchy. I think from the left is the best way to approach this and couch. Yeah. Okay, now you want to take out your gapples. And for this part, this is very important that you take your time. If you drop down here, this is instant death. So you will have to redo the cave then. So take your time, be very careful. Again, we do not have to fight anything, so do not panic. You can jump here. Also, the artifact will be up high. So what you want to do is stay as high as possible and just use your gapples or parachutes. So what we are going to do is simply jump, use parachute and then grapple. Right? This works, but you need to do it a bit slowly, right? So C to release your grapple if you're unfamiliar. Now we're going to jump there. And I believe we can do this. Yes, we can. So we're getting very close to the artifact now. You can already hear it, it's just above us. So we are going to grapple towards there. So be sure that you have a parachute equipped. This will give you more freedom for grapples, you know. So release the grapple and shoot it again. So here we got the artifact. You could also do this with climbing picks, by the way, or even a, what's it called? The one with the railing. So artifact of the Devourer. Now I will show you a secret exit. The other video I saw just brings you back to the start, but there's a secret exit. So 49.90. At this point you want to be very careful, because again, if you fall down, you're gone. So you want to grapple here and then do another parachute. So you go slowly, right? Then release your grapple. And you see this? This is where you need to go. This is the water exit. And this is why we bring a baryonics. But you could also use flippers, but you still want to be very careful, right? You will see why in just a moment. So just drop down slowly, there's no need to rush it. And grapple again. Here you go. So you need to be careful there, right? So the exact coordinates on the map again, 49.90. So you need to understand there can be eels inside, so take your time, and if you need to, you can just shoot them. If you do not have a baryonics, you really need flippers. Scuba is not even needed, the scuba tank, it's not that far, right? Okay, before we go in the water, I forgot r.vol. If you type in this code, you will have much more visibility in the water, so we are going inside like that. So let's go. Might have to turn around a little bit, it can be a bit weird. It's actually faster if I do it on foot. But to have the protection, it's nicer to do it with the baryonics. There's no hold to go back up. But I will speed this part up a little bit. You just have to go up. And this will lead you back to the beginning of the cave, by the way. I will do the remaining part on foot since it's a bit faster, to be honest, but in your world, of course, you want to, you know, carry out the baryonics. So as you can see, it's two parts in the water, right? And then we are back at the beginning. Now we still need to find, what's it called? A button to press. So this will not open straight away. There's a button here. So this will open the door. Then this might look familiar. This is a hidden wall at the start of the cave. So now just simply work your way back up the stairs right here. And now we can just simply... Now we can use your flyer again to get out. But there's a... how do you say it? For this door to open, this might be hard to see as well, as there's a hidden button here too. So you can see it right over here. So on the right side of the wall when you leave, right over here. For the next artifact, we currently are in front of the cave where we can find artifact of the Gatekeeper, and for a very easy landmark we have the green up to our right, and we are just above this big massive lake. And I will show you the map in just a moment. So inside this cave, this is the aberration zone, by the way. This is where you find the Gatekeeper. But the problem is we cannot fly inside. As you can see, we get this mountains. And the location for this is at about 38 lat, 58 longitude. So from here you want to throw out any strong tame, you know, any ground tame. In this example we are going to use a dire bear. This is the aberrant version, but no need to worry. You can use a Rex, you can use a Spino, you can use any strong tame. But be sure to stick around. So from here I will show you how you can find this artifact. Again, you cannot fly, so you need to know the exact route. So work your way down, and you want to hug the wall to the right side. So we are almost there. So if you go straight, that is a dead end. So take a right at the first opportunity. And the nice thing about the bear is, as you can see, we're going quite fast. As long as you do not hit any rocks or jump down, we will continue going fast. So again, hug the wall to the right side, and in the distance you will notice these yellow crystals. You want to go towards there. So be very careful, jump off near the end, so you do not take any fall damage. If you're not comfortable with that, you can just use a parachute. So move your way towards the crystals, jump off, and we are getting very close. So one thing you need to understand is we are going towards the radiation zone, right? So you will need a full hazmat suit, and then you also need mushroom brews if you use a different tame. I will explain this in just a moment, right? So again, hug the wall to the right side, and then we are going to come across another drop, and then we are getting very close. Keep hugging the wall to the right side, and now at this location, I will show it on the map. Right now, we need to do another drop. Jump off. And just to the right side, you will notice, well, my Reaper tab. I also have a video on this if you're interested, check it out. And this is the start of the radiation zone. So before you enter, be very careful that you have a full hazmat suit equipped, very important. Ideally you want to bring a spare as well. So we have an aberrant dire bear, by the way, so we can take the radiation. Look, you hear the sound? I'll give you a quick example if we use a different tame and how to fix it. So let's say you brought a Spino or a Rex or anything like that, and you want to counter the radiation. Look, on the top right you see the radiation and we see damage. What you need to do is mushroom brew. If you use this, you will be invisible to the radiation. Okay, moving on from here. Just wanted to point that out. So the exact location is at about 3664. So what you want to do now is you want to work your way down in the radiation zone. And I know a very good path that we can take. Oh yeah, one very important thing I almost forgot. You need to turn your light pad on. So emotes, clap. This is to protect from the nameless, right? Well, and the Reapers if they happen to spawn. Okay, take a right at the bridge. And then you want to go towards these blue crystals. So we're going to take the path leading down this. So you can also use a rogue deck if you really want to, you know, but I like to give this as an option. So this is the path leading down. Man, these rocks spawning in is a bit weird. And this will lead us towards the artifact. So we're just going to do this as fast as possible. Keep in mind there can be rogue takes here, some reapers, so there was an egg right there. But we are going to ignore this if we can. So be sure that you bring a decent strong bear in case you need to fight. So just on top of this hill, there will be the artifact. So as you can see, the artifact right here. So be careful if there's tames nearby. So artifact of the Gatekeeper, very nice. Located at exactly 4859. Now, so to easily find the exit, you simply want to go back up this ramp and retrace my steps and you're done. Hello and welcome. I am currently in front of the spider cave in Valguero, and inside this cave you can find 3 artifacts. So in this quick video I will show you how you can easily get all 3 of them and on foot. All of this will make sense in just a moment. First I will quickly show you how you can easily find this cave. Okay, to easily find this cave you have the red up to our backside, then you have this very noticeable cliff with the crystals, and then just to the left of it you have this small lake. And just in the middle of these two you will find this big crag, and this will lead you all the way down to the cave. Keep in mind there will be creatures here, and there could be even a tiny broodmother here. So before you enter, pay close attention. This is the closest to the cave, so I already cleared this up, but in your world there might be some creatures. Okay, moving on from here, I will just quickly carry this. And exact coordinates for this cave is at about 7340. So the idea is pretty straightforward. We have 3 soups. We have bug repellent, cactus broth and vocal chili. All these have their use case, so I'm gonna use all of them. Right? And one thing, and I will explain you everything, right? So one thing very important, look at my hilt. There is gas inside. So this is very dangerous. What you need to do is equip a gas mask. This way you can survive in this cave. Okay, moving on from here, right? Nothing should attack you with these soups, right? But you still need to be very careful, because a lot of people make the mistake of attacking if you think they come to you, right? And I will show you this. So what you need to do in this cave is you need to hug the wall to the right side and just keep going forward, right? So this cave can be quite confusing if you do not know where to go, but I will make it very easy for you to follow and find all the artifacts. So right at this very noticeable spot on the map right now, crouch and again take a right. So as you can see, there's creatures in the distance. If you get too close, they will attack you. If that happens, just simply ignore it and they will de-aggro. Alright, so you just need to pay attention to the creatures and do not just go directly at them, right? Go to the left of it. This way you can avoid, their attacks. So walk slowly around them, there's no need to get up in their face. And at this point we are getting very close to the first artifact. So hug the wall to the right side. And again, this bug repellent and the cactus broth, these soups, if I haven't mentioned it already, they make it so the creatures inside the cave have a very hard time detecting you. This is exactly why we can do it like this, right? But if you really want to, you can just throw out a tame, right? So we have a dire bear and you can just clear, you can just destroy all the tames. But we are not going to do that. I will show you this all on foot, so you can follow along, know exactly where to go. Okay, so right behind this Dononnages, I'm not sure why I left it here. There will be an underwater part. So again, I will have it on the map right now. At this point you want to swim down. No need to worry, it's just a little swim. You do not even need, the scuba. As you can see, there's piranhas here, so they might attack you. And as you can see, this proves that I'm not bullshitting you. Creatures actually attack me. But of course, these soups do not work on piranhas. So you still need some armor, right? So the first artifact of the pack, very nice. Located at exactly 7039. Moving on from here, we are going to go back. Might want to check my armor. We're still perfectly fine, just need to replace the gas mask. Okay, moving on from here. Alright, be sure that you go full stamina, right? Okay. So in your world it might be worth your time destroying these piranhas, but they actually make it a little bit faster for us to swim. Okay, so yeah, be sure that you bring enough gas mask. I had to get another one. Moving on from here. Okay. Just follow my path and same thing. Hug the wall to the right side. I did this cave many times and this is by far the easiest way, you know, to remember it. At least for the most part, you know. If it changes, I will let you know. So again, with these creatures, going to the left of this. As you can see, they attack us, just simply ignore it. If you attack them, you will have a very bad time. You know, then everything will aggro on you, so just ignore it. Very important. You want to go towards here. So this little part might be a little bit confusing, but no need to worry. You should come across a ledge, just like so. And I'll have it on the map right now. From here we're going to continue forward. If you really want to, you could get this drop. They are pretty good, but we are just going to focus on the artifacts, you know. So moving on from here. Take a right. So again, be careful with these creatures. This is the only part that it might be a little bit confusing, but as long as you work your way down, it's fine. You know, you could just take the other route and just drop down, but I'd rather give you a pathway just in case you're doing it, you know, with a tame, so it all makes sense. So work your way down to the bottom of this big cave. And one thing as well is you need to pay attention to the timer of your soups. We still have 200 seconds, but it might be possible that you run out, so you want to do that in a safe area. Otherwise, tames will attack you. So same thing, hug the wall to the right side. I'm gonna get my stamina. Moving on from here. Okay, at this point you see this big green thing. You want to go to the right of it. Follow the light. And this is not the artifact, but this is just a very easy and OP loot drop that you should get if you can. But be careful of the creatures. So we're going to get this drop real quick. Okay, let's get out of here. So this might be a bit risky if you do it on foot to get the drop, but it's well worth it. And from here we're going to go to the artifact. It's very close anyway, so you should notice these weird, I'm guessing it's spider egg looking things. This means we are close to the artifact. So hug the wall to the right side. So this is a very noticeable area, just in case that you got lost. And there we go. The next artifact. So we got artifact of the immune, located at exactly 7436. Moving on. Okay, let's see. At this point you want to go back, and we need to go back up. Alright. And as a bonus I will also include how to easily find the exit. Alright. So going this way again. And as you can see, if you do all of these things, how easy is this cave, right? There's no need to fight, well, unless you really want to, but then of course the run would be much longer, and I'd rather keep this as short as possible so you can just follow along, find your way to all the artifacts and the drops, and of course the exit. Okay, so you can see this is the way that we came down. So we are not done yet, but if you really can do me a massive favor, hit the like button, place a cheeky comment, even an emote is enough. This video took very long to make and I would really appreciate it. Moving on. And we're going back in. This looks a little bit dodgy. Might have to grapple our way out. So this is also something that you can do. You know, use a grapple. I'm pretty sure at least on officials you can do that as well. If not, you might have to go around. But it should work. Okay. So this time we're hugging the wall to the left. We need to find the secret entrance to the stone artifact, which is easy to find if you follow along. Okay. Very important, we got about 10 seconds left. Shit. Okay, we need to do this instantly, so this looks kind of safe. For some weird reason, so I got the soups again. For some weird reason you have to wait until the timer runs out. It's very weird with these soups. Okay. We are nearly outside again, so basically hug the wall to the left. That is by far the easiest way to do this part, because this is a bit confusing, right? And as you can see, this is the exit. And this is located at about 7139. And now we are very close to the artifact. And also we're getting close to the exit. So at this point, hug the wall to the right side. And in just a little bit you will see a very noticeable landmark. So you see this tree with the green mushrooms. Right, I'll give you the map. From here take a right. And then behind this you will see a bridge. Be careful, there is a jump. I'm not gonna risk it, I'd rather use a grapple, even though it's not far. You know, better safe than sorry. And behind this there will be the final artifact. And I will quickly show you as well how to find the exit, but because this cave is a maze, right? So artifact of the stone, very nice. At 72 lead, 37 longitude. Now, from here, return back to the bridge. So to easily now find the exit, what you need to do is every single time take a left. As long as you do this, this will lead you towards the exit. I will speed up this part of course, but you get the idea. Also, for more Valguero guides, be sure to check out my playlist here.